Moments from now, we will tell you the state of the market for the biggest investment you'll ever make. Realtors, this is for you. How many homes are selling? We'll tell you in a moment. Okay, down five. I'm looking at what I'm doing here is I'm giving you the existing home sales numbers, and they're not good. 4.62 million homes being sold on an annualized basis, okay? Month to month, they're down 5%, but the important number here is 4.62 million. That's the annualized selling rate for existing homes. Jason Meister is the Vice President of Avison Young, and he joins us now. All right, Jason, 4.62 million. I say that's a bad, weak number, and you say?
I agree, Stuart, and thank you for having me. I think it's an affordability issue. I think we have, we saw 12% increase year over year, and that's not healthy organic growth. We had artificial growth. So,
wait a second, what exactly are you saying? I think that a lot of ordinary people cannot get a loan. They can't get these very attractive 4%, 4.5%, 30-year fixed-rate mortgages. The banks won't lend to them. They can't get the loans, so they can't buy. I think that's the problem, but you're saying it's affordability, it's the price of houses?
I am. The average median home is actually worth 20% more than it was a year ago. And interest rates have risen about 3.5% to 4.5%. So if you take those things into account, the average mortgage is went from about $714 to $865 per month.
But couldn't this be explained away by the weather? January and February, obviously terrible months for home sales because of the weather, no?
No, Stuart. Actually, you and I were freezing our butts off.
Yes, we were.
But, you know, California, Michigan, California saw a 15-degree increase on average, and housing starts are down there.
So you're saying it's not the weather then? Weather may have been a factor in parts of the country, but it doesn't explain the whole problem with housing.
No, Stuart. Really what happened was you had a prolonged recovery. We're still not out of the woods. And our housing market's on a life support. And as the plug gets pulled and the Fed tapers, interest rates are going to rise even higher.
Oh, now that's interesting because when this report was announced, 4.62 million homes being sold on an annualized basis, the Dow was up about 30-odd points. Now it's up 55. Here we've got a case of kind of bad news on the important housing market, reported as kind of good news for the stock market. I mean, do you make anything of that?
I think that the stock market and the housing market are artificially propped up. And I think the good news is that we have a lot of international and foreign money. The Chinese pumped $8 billion into our housing market and our commercial real estate market. But look at the commercial real estate market. It recovered in 2010. The reason why is because there was no government intervention. In the housing market, we had all these programs like the Home Affordable Modification Program, and with that intervention, investors didn't see a bottom, a capitulation to the marketplace.
Fascinating. Hey, Jason Meister, you can come back if you like.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much indeed,
Thank
Jason.
you for
Good
having
stuff.
me.
You're welcome.